What's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with a weekly multiplayer podcast. And if you're new to my channel or new to the show, what this show here is about, I look to the YouTube community, even to the comment section, to get different people's opinions and views on something that we all love, which is gaming. It's not a pro Xbox show, not a pro PlayStation, everything. I'm looking for some Wii U weirdos out there, but no motherfuckers is extinct like dinosaurs, man. But maybe I can, when the NX come out, you can find some more Nintendo guys. Shout out to my man Obi-Wan Plays. If you haven't checked it out, I did a great one-on-one with him. We just talked about gaming. Very dope conversation. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. But I have some new people today on the show. Well, actually, one new person. Xbot, again, shout yourself out. Let the people know what you're doing, where you're from.
No doubt, man. I always start off with what's going on, people. And of course, my name is Xbot448. Yo, Z, it is an absolute pleasure to be on this show with all you guys. Yeah, I'm on YouTube, Twitch, everything like that, Twitter, and everything's the same name, Xbot448.
Okay, all right, no problem. All right, so like I said, we're gonna dive straight into it today. I guess the big news on the net is going around. That's PlayStation. You guys want to tackle that first? Or you want to talk about No Man's Skies first, or you want to talk about the PlayStation exclusives coming to PC? What do you want to talk first?
No Man's Skies overhyped.
Okay, No Man's Sky. All right,
No Man's Sky.
We already know what's going on with No Man's Sky, man.
Minecraft in space, bro.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, Minecraft is very successful. And listen, let's be honest here.
Don't diss Minecraft like that, man.
Nah, I ain't dissing Minecraft, man.
I don't get Minecraft at all. But anyway, what I'm saying is this: the game is selling very well. For whatever reason, like I said, whether it's there's no such thing as bad press, as long as they're talking about your game. But the game is selling well. But the people, this is coming from diehard PlayStation fans that I know here within the community, which told me they say they don't feel like it is a $60 game, that is lacking in content. And I know me from the offset, when they've been talking about this game for like the last 2 to 3 years, it never piqued my interest. Let me say that because walking around the planet, scanning for rocks and minerals. I'm not a geologist and those like that. But which is good. I'm not knocking those that like it, but like I was just telling you guys behind the scenes that Mass Effect is one of my favorite games, and my least favorite, the thing I hate to do on Mass Effect is scan the planet for minerals and resources. I don't like that. So I knew I wouldn't, from the offset, be interested in No Man's Sky. Now, I did a video about it maybe a few days ago. I kind of incorporated it with the PlayStation announcement. They're going to finally come out and announce the they're going to announce it, well, I guess talk about it, whatever. And I was watching the gameplay for 9 minutes, and I bullshit you. Now, the reason why I say I know it was 9 minutes, because my wife said I was sleeping fucking 9 minutes. And not only did I fucking go to sleep, I caught a bad case of fucking sleep paralysis. Like, I was in my fucking chair, like I was half awoke. But you know how you guys know what fucking sleep paralysis is. If you don't know, like in your mind you be woke, but you can't fucking move. So I'm panicking, I'm thinking I'm about to die, and this shit here is getting caught up in my fucking dreams. It was just a fucking nightmare. Now again, I'm not knocking those. Now some people love the game. Say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know what I mean? But for me, it's not for me. But maybe you guys may feel different. Have any of you guys purchased No Man's Sky?
No.
Well, look, I played a little bit before the game came out.
Okay, talk to me.
And I know certain PlayStation fanboys are going to try and say, oh, they're going to try and disguise it as the game being innovative. Listen, nigga, you're just mad that you paid $60 for Tinder. No, just chill. It's whack. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even, like, listen, when I want a game, I want action. I want a new experience. But don't just give me lackluster visuals, lackluster gameplay experience, and call it innovation. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of games on a PlayStation like this. What's that game where all you do is walk around that ghostly city what's that game? And there's nobody in the city, but the graphics are really good, but all you're doing is walking around. It's like, fuck that. I want a real game, man. Stop trying to skank us.
Yeah,
Man.
there's no substance to it, man.
I think
It's just,
I think
just,
I
yeah,
think
you
people
just.
I think people wanted it to be kind of like Star Citizen. That's
Okay,
what I
listen.
think. Yeah.
For those that may not know, what the hell Star Citizen is about? What the hell is that?
It's the same type of thing. You're in space, but there's actually first-person shooter mixed with that, mixed with survival, mixed with crafting. It's all the same thing as No Man's Sky and the same thing like Minecraft, but there's actually a gameplay element to it. Not
Okay,
just
now in No Man's Sky, I mean, for what? Because I passed out 9 minutes. Can you die in the game? Like, or you have an enemy?
yeah, you could
or,
die. You could die. You lose your stuff, just like Dark Souls. You might lose your items. You have to go
Or
retrieve
who
it.
can kill you? Who are you fighting against? Is it a bad guy or?
Like, nah, it's like aliens, dinosaurs, dogs with
Whatever's
eyes
on the
their
planet that's
assholes.
hostile, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can. Okay, now I understand the game a little better. So you can land on, let's say Pluto, and shit you might got the Bloods and the Crips on Pluto. Shit might be jumping off on Pluto, and you land in the middle of that shit. So you fighting, and you're going to these planets for what?
Basically, the thing about this game that caught me is I know Sean Murray and the development team kind of touted this as a exploration game, but they didn't really say how much of the survival aspect is in it, because you're basically going down to the planet to mine for fuel for your ship to keep on going. I guess one of the main goals is to go to like the center of the universe or something like that. But they didn't. They made it sound like more exploration. Like you just touch down, you kind of look around, find interesting stuff and stuff like that. But there's a survival element that they didn't talk about, and I think a lot of people thought it was more of an exploration game and not necessarily a survival game. And now people are figuring out that this shit's a survival game pretty much, and it's mediocre at best, I guess you could say, when it comes to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't say it best. I would say
No, mediocre
that's the
at
max.
best.
No, I know what I'm saying.
What is the point of the game? Like, where is the end goal? What do you achieve to do? What do you achieve to be? There is none. You know what I'm saying? There just
Well,
is
Sean
none.
Murray said that the end goal, but it doesn't necessarily end the game. They have been so kind of smoke and mirrors about this game from the time they
Because
talked
there's
about
nothing there. There's nothing
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
smoke
saying.
and
It's
mirrors.
all very pretentious. It's like Kanye West fans when they try and convince you he's the greatest thing that's ever happened. Oh my God, Kanye is so misunderstood. He's so it's so innovative. It's just bullshit, son. It's bullshit. They came. It's got some nice graphics. It's got some nice ideas, but as a complete game, it's just not all there. And that's cool, but not for $60, man.
And that's the biggest problem for
Let's
me.
just call a spade a
is that-
spade.
yeah,
dollar
that's the-
indie. No way, yo.
Well,
No.
yeah, for $60, it should not be $60. I've been saying that from the get. PlayStation is just screwing their customer base over because of the fact that they hype the game. They want you to spend this, and then I seen something on damn Amazon where the shit was they had like an ultimate pack for like 120 some bucks. And the game, and it's you know what I'm saying? It's a indie. Let's not forget this. This is an indie. This is not you have an indie budget, but then yet you want to charge people for quality for the quality of a AAA, and
No,
that's
I
where
reckon
I
that's
was having a
part
problem
of-
with.
I reckon
Yeah,
that's part of the con, because if they charge you the full price, that makes it that gives it more of the image of a full price game, especially with the marketing. So right now they're marketing it like it's a full price game. So imagine if they marketed it like it's a full price game and they charge $40. People would put two and two together. It's an indie. Oh, this cheap. Let's not buy it. But
No.
I think that's part of the whole con.
Now, listen, is this game published by Sony?
I think so.
yeah, they paid for it. Like the max, it was the highest paid indie that's been around. And it's like $2 million, like 2 point some $million.
Now listen. Now there were rumors of this game coming to the Xbox One. There was rumors. I'm sorry, of the game being a multi-plat game. I think it was maybe Amazon and Brazil. Well, was something.
It's
right.
it's a timed exclusive.
There
Basically,
you go.
Sony is funding the PS4 version as far as marketing it. They didn't
Okay,
take shit
I got
outside
you.
of marketing.
Okay.
But
So
after
is it
that,
in fact
they
coming to
got
the Xbox
option.
One and other platforms, and maybe even the Nintendo NX or whatever the hell? So it is coming to other platforms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now again, okay, my man B Shell, why I got you talking here? So first of all, did you buy the game, or did you pick it up, or was it something you was interested in playing?
I got it on PC. It ain't unlocked yet. They still wait. They just gonna send an email out today. Tomorrow we gotta wait another fucking day.
So you're looking forward to play this game?
No, I'm just buying it to make videos off of it. I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh, this guy here. Oh my god. Clickbait. This guy calling baby AdSense, man. Oh my god. No integrity. No, but anyway, okay. Well, it is what it is, man. It is a business thing. But now, with that being said, do you have any expectations for the game? Are you going into it as the glass being half empty or half full?
I'm gonna go through it with an open mind. I'm gonna try to see exactly what it's about, and I critique it when I get to play it. That's why I'm trying to avoid everybody's so bullshit hype about how great it is, because the first thing you're gonna do is you listen to everybody's hype about how great it is, and then you'll start playing it, and then find out how shitty it is.
Okay.
And you'd be like, well, are we playing the same game? Because I mean, I don't want that type of expectation. So I'm gonna go through with an open mind, try to mess around with it a little bit, and if it's pretty decent, I'll give it credit. But if it's just boring as hell, like people say it is, some people say it's boring. I mean,
okay, listen.
You remember Wing Commander?
Yeah, I remember Wing Commander.
That's what it reminds me of. It's like Wing Commander, but now you can actually go on the planets.
Okay, but here's the thing. Now of course, with the console war, so you may have Xbox guys giving it what's that Metacritic? I think it's like a 4 point something, but they got like a 7 from these from the I guess reputable sites that reviewed the game. I haven't seen it has any sites giving this game an 8 or 9 or anything, or 7.5 or I mean I guess
I've seen a couple of sites give it an 8.
Okay.
An 8 out of 10. But again, everybody's been gagged, until I guess recently, to where they started giving out, a couple of reviews. But it's, what I'm saying, and that's one thing that makes me nervous when a game has a gag order. That's when my antenna perks up. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What is really going on with this? To where you don't want anybody to tell about this game before it's released. If you're that proud of it, then why not show it, and why not have the public know more about the game?
Okay.
I did see. Let me show you.
Oh, my bad. But they did have a Metacritic score of like 70. Like the official Metacritic score right now, I think it's hanging at like 70. Okay. But I don't know how many reviews came out.
The one that the fans or the consumers rates like.
Yeah, the user score is at like 4.4.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But the question is again, is it like the overall, I guess, perception of the game, or is the game just really that bad? Or this could be the case, hear me out, where the game is not a game that shows well, but it's a fun game, it may be, or whatever, interesting, but it doesn't show well. You know what I mean? Now, some people, here you go, like, Nintendo fans, listen with the gameplay, but is it one of those, or you think, or?
Let me say it like this. Yeah. If you look at the like he said earlier, the Metacritic reviews, not the fan base reviews, but the actual website reviews.
Yeah.
Let me show you how biased these reviews are. Because the real IGN and people like that, they're still on a review in progress stage. In
progress, quote unquote.
But look at this. PlayStation Lifestyle gives it a 90 out of 100. IGN Spain gives it a 90 out of 100. Time Magazine gives it a 90 out of 100. Fucking Time Magazine, really?
What was the pros and cons? What did they say? Like, what the hell was the pros and the cons?
I don't know. I'm just going down the line for right now.
Okay. So
some website called Cheat Code Central gave it a 78.
They wanted their review copy. They trying to get games for free.
Yeah. So now when you go to the gaming sites like Level Up, Eurogamer, we got this covered, Gamers Vlog French, Destructoid, Attack of the Fanboy, and Gamer NO, and some called the Jamiski or whatever. Mm-hmm. All of who's gave it like a 70 and a 60 and a 50.
Oh, damn. Well, 70. I mean, 70 is acceptable. A lot of sites gave Quantum Break a 70. I like the game. I liked it a lot. So again,
it's a niche game, man. That's the thing of it. It's one of these games to where, I said it in my video. Like, it's just like when you're rolling down the street and you're playing a song that that if you get caught with your homeboys, they're gonna clown your ass about. Mm-hmm. And then when you pull up and then you turn it down, that's kind of like this type of game. Like you like it, you enjoy it, but it's not for everybody. So you can brag to the world about. They overhyped it for a niche game that a lot of people that are not going to gravitate to, because I mean, let's just be honest, this generation has been more to the multiplats than it has been for exclusives.
Well, here's the thing. What I say about multi. You don't know multi-plats rule, and that's where the exclusives don't hold the punch that they once did. You know what I mean? The days of Grand Theft, no, sorry, not Grand. I'm sorry, Halo or even Uncharted. Shit, PlayStation fans like it. God of War, Gran Turismo, Forza. You don't see them really in the top 10 again after that first month when the NPD comes out. You know what I mean? So multi-plats will be why because there's not one exclusive that outsells multi-plats. I mean, it is what it is. You get exclusives every 4 to 5 months. You get multi-plats every Tuesday. Now I say that to say this. And again, maybe you guys may feel different or Zen. Now Zen, you're just primarily you PC gamer, Xbox gamer.
Xbox.
Okay,
Xbox only, bro.
Xbox only. Okay, so all right, so
Nice.
okay, so we're gonna talk about this here. So it's the site here. I translated. It's a reputable site. Translated, and I also have it on NeoGAF, where I got the thing from. I'm sorry. Game. I can't pronounce the name of the site, but it's official. They have official specs up here. Now the PlayStation soon on PC. PlayStation Now is coming to PC. So I want to say this, and this is not to start a fanboy thing, but it seems like when it comes to Microsoft and anything and their exclusives or their games going to, to the Windows Store or Steam, they're not exclusives anymore. But when that happens to PlayStation or their games, like PlayStation fans consider Street Fighter V as being exclusive, which I do too. I mean, I can't get it on the rival platform, with console, but they don't consider Quantum Break an exclusive for the Xbox One. But now PlayStation Now is going to PC, which should have been there forever. I don't know what the hell, you know what I mean? Because it was already on my Samsung television, my Curve upstairs. So, how do you think Sony fans are going to react about this? You know what I mean? Because it is a smart business by Sony to make as much money as they can. It's possible. I don't know why PlayStation Now is on your cell phone. It's a streaming service or whatever the case may be. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think their fans are going to flip out, or it's not going to be a big deal?
They're going to swallow it, man. They're going to do what they've done all the way through this gen, even through last gen. Whatever Sony does is served up on a silver platter, no matter if it's dog shit or if it's gold. And they're just going to swallow it, yo.
Yeah, they'll just go ahead and divert the attention on that to something else. Yeah, just take it straight and turn it to something about Xbox or something about whatever else. But they'll be cool with whatever goes on with what Sony does, man. It's crazy. Like, I mean, you really don't see any videos, and I listen to quite a few PlayStation people, and if they go out of their way to try to say something negative, they get so much hate that they got to make another video to change. Like, look, I didn't mean it that way. That's crazy. It's a good move by Sony. I've said it a million times that what Microsoft is doing is perfect because it makes the exclusives have more life. So why not PlayStation Now come and do the same thing? It only benefits the gamers. You know what I'm saying? PC is its own platform. It's not a fucking console. I wish people would stop using that rhetoric to try to justify their Game Boy fanboy rhetoric. It's just stupid. It's just a platform. That's it. It's just a platform to play games on.
So PlayStation Now is just a streaming service. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
right. And it's not anything like huge. Like you can't get like super AAA games on that right now. You get a lot of their old games
God of War, or I mean, here's the thing again. And I want to be clear of this. They do. I mean, there's nothing. It was an article. Jesus Christ. Maybe it was in the Times or it was maybe the Forbes. It was a big publication. You know what I mean? Not more or less dedicated for gaming. And they was asking the Sony exec at the time. His name is Fu Manchu, right? And they were saying to him, it was like, what the success of the PlayStation 4, right? When do you think you guys are going to bring out the PlayStation 5? Because let's all be honest with you. What happened last generation was unhealthy. 8 and 9 years for a console generation is far too long. Mm-hmm. Technology is forever moving forward. You know what I mean? Just being honest. You know what I mean? Normally when the 360 and the PS3 came out, they had their top of the line specs for that time. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Actually, we're ahead of PC, but consoles took so long that 8 and 9 years that consoles would probably never, ever be more powerful than a PC. And maybe every 3 years would, implement changes. Probably the only way, I guess, for gaming to move forward in a whole, as far as technology, bigger and better worlds and stuff. But anyway, he was saying that basically that Sony's next console may not even be talking about the PlayStation 5, not the Neo, that their next console may not even be a physical console. It may be a cloud-based console. You know what I mean? So I did a video on this because you have PlayStation now, a streaming service. It stops nothing. Stops Sony. I'm sorry, nothing stops Sony from putting Uncharted, whatever, 8 up there. It's a streaming service. Like you had On Live and Good Kai, whatever the hell. You played the top of the line multi-plats, you streamed them, and nothing stops Sony from doing that. Again, so I don't, like I said, PlayStation. Maybe they God of War 3 or well, not God of War. Yeah, but a couple of their PlayStation 3 exclusive libraries. All you can get those. It's the same PlayStation now. You know what I mean? You can play them now. You can play them on your PC, right? And again, like all I had to do at the time was hook my DualShock 4 or my DualShock 3 up to my television, my Samsung television, and play, if I choose to, stream their games and play them. And I said, an argument is, are those still not exclusive? I don't need a PlayStation to play them. Well, no, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like this, they always change the narrative here. But again, again, I think it's a plus. Sony and I want to say this. I couldn't imagine a gaming world without Sony, and I don't want Microsoft to be the only console maker because that's when the companies get their ass kicked. And I'm a consumer first before anything, and you know what I mean. And you see what happens when these companies get cocky. Same thing with Sony, the $600 price tag. Well, get 2 jobs to buy it, and we see what the hell happens. You know what I mean? Even now with Sony, with some of the shit that they do, locking people out their accounts. Like the one guy's name was Jihad. You know what I mean? Not to get confused, but somebody doing some terrorist shit. I have a few friends, and they're not even Middle Eastern. They're black. And their name is Jihad. You know what I mean? But Sony locking the guy out of his account, taking all of his games. You know what I mean? Like again, when some I don't know why. I guess it just happens. People just get cocky.
Yo, Z, just on this whole thing about the PlayStation Now coming to the PC. I've been saying this for a long time. Sony with their finances and stuff like that, their end goal is to use the PlayStation brand to really bolster other divisions they have, and basically the TV division first and foremost. So what better way to establish that than also have that streaming on PC as well? It made sense. I've seen this like down the road. Like their end goal is to be completely streaming PlayStation streaming gaming service, available on this TV, that TV.
It's not just PlayStation, bro. It's even because it takes a lot of money to make hardware. Just be clear with this. That's why Steam didn't do their own Steam machines. That's why they went to Dell and Hewlett Packard. I remember, people hate Don Mattress, all that, but he smart businessman, smug motherfucker. And he asked him, I think it was Game Trailers or something, asked him, was like, what do you think about, Steam or, entering the living room in the console space with the Steam machine? He's like, I don't know about that. It costs a lot of money to be in the hardware business, which it does. You know what I mean? That's why Sega's not there anymore. You know what I mean? It costs a lot of money to do hardware. And Sony would love, you know what I mean? Even Microsoft's a business. Microsoft loves money.
They're both going for that, man.
You know what I mean? And that being the future. I wouldn't want to see the day of, of me not having a console, something physical. I'm a little old school, but, I will have to change. It is.
No, I'm right there with you.
I don't reckon that day. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't, because in all actuality, streaming, it's kind of basically saying that you leasing your games. You're not fully owning them.
True.
And that's something that I just don't. I'm not feeling yet. I'm old school like you on that one.
But here's the thing. But what I say about things like look at Netflix. How hugely successful that is. Do you think about not owning that movie on Netflix or that Law and Order or that series that you're watching? Your thing is just go there and watch it. After a while, I think, but maybe if that was the way, if the industry it's going to move in that direction, we will just become conditioned. I'm not going to stop gaming. What the fuck I'm gonna do? You know what I mean?
But it's kind of like the record. You know what I mean? There'll always be that group that will want their hard copy games. Movies is different, just for the fact that there's only so many movies that are really true collector's items. It's not like it used to be when you had Disney VHSs and that shit used to cost like $100, $200 or whatever.
Hey, bro, I still buy CDs. You know,
Well, yeah,
most people
yeah,
consume
like,
their music from iTunes or from Google Play or whatever the hell. I still
yeah,
like to go out and buy the physical CD. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
at the
Okay.
end of the day, now which is crazy. Well, I don't, until they, I guess they start. Well, Microsoft or Sony start offering Ultra HD. Well, Sony does have it with their. If you have a Sony 4K television, you know what I'm talking about. They have a just say like a Sling device. You hook it up, and you can stream 4K content. But you know what I mean. Unless you can start buying digital movies from like Sony and Michaels, and they're in 4K or whatever. You know what I mean? The majority of the movies that I bought this generation, you know what I mean? Because I love my Blu-rays or whatever. But they have been digital. You know what I mean? I just oh shit, it comes out. I guess the digital does come out before the physical. I'm like, damn, I ain't see Thor in the movies. I'm gonna get in and buy Thor 2 and watch it here. And like, I didn't see Ant-Man in the movies. I bought Ant-Man on my Xbox One and I watched it there. You know what I mean? So before I would have never thought of doing that. I had to have Thor. I mean Ant-Man, the physical Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Now again, it's not a big deal to me.
I don't reckon that, sorry to interrupt you, but I don't
That's
reckon
cool.
companies would go for that because, especially now with what they're doing with releasing updates to the consoles, they'll lose out too much money. Like,
What do you
think
mean?
about
I'm saying say it again. Say it again. I can hear you.
it.
Start over.
If the companies go digital
Okay.
or for newer consoles, they'll lose out too much money. Each one of us here has spent at least $400 to $500 on one console, and then if we're going to upgrade to the S, that's another $400 to $5. And if they go digital, they
Okay.
miss out on that money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, now here's the thing. But actually, most hardware is sold at a loss. So they're actually making money. They can give you that
Yeah.
powerful game, that
But
great looking game.
But the PlayStation 4 has been profitable since launch.
I know. Here's the thing. But I'm saying
That's why
before they got profit. What I'm saying is this. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll let you finish. Go finish. I am.
But the reason we've had the Sony go to PC architecture rather than getting Ken Kutaragi to build it from ground up like they used to is because it's cheaper. PC parts can just be thrown together from off the shelf. The same with the Xbox One, even though it was slightly more expensive. So this time Sony were able to sell it at what's it called, at a profit.
Yeah,
And I reckon
both Microsoft and Sony didn't take a hit on the hardware this
So-
generation.
And I reckon that's what they're going to do going on, just so they can make sure they get their more profitable business money, especially with Sony hurting for money as they are.
But I think you're missing the big wow factor. You're just dealing with it for now because here's the thing. What I'm saying is that you're right and you're wrong in the same essence because I guess they didn't take both Microsoft and Sony. I'm sorry, they didn't take a hit on the hardware. They were sold at a profit from the rip, right? Whether it's $20 or whatever, and as the console becomes older, I mean, in life, technology, chip becomes cheaper, dies become smaller. But this is that the year 2 to 3 years of R&D to get the specs that go inside the box and make sure the shit don't overheat. That's where the money goes, the R&D. You understand what I'm saying? Not certainly what the parts are going to cost. It's the R&D. That's what I mean, in which all is tabbed together. You understand what I'm saying? That's where the money is spent to make sure the shit doesn't overheat. And you got engineers, they're trying this design. And shit, Microsoft spent $100 million designing the Xbox One controller. You understand what I'm saying? So they can alleviate all that, and they can put a PC in the cloud with 19 Titans, and you can stream a game at 125, frames per second. What's really holding that up, and honestly, is the infrastructure. People online infrastructure. Everybody doesn't have. Depends on when you live. Like crap. He has shitty internet. Like he gets a little better now, but he may have 10 up and.
Yeah, he's got some
down.
shitty internet, man.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I was
saying?
going to say was the internet, and then I was also going to say it's just the fan base in general. The hardcore gamer is not going to just give up, and go streaming. I think digital games, even though they've risen, they're still not at a level of where
But we're the minority. You know that, right? The hardcore gamer, we're the money. It's the casuals that bring in the money, not us.
That is true,
I
man.
know that, but the thing of it is that even casuals themselves are, you know what I'm saying, they would be kind of unfamiliar with that type of territory, even though some would be cool with it, but you'll have such an uproar from the hardcore that it might make the casual think like, well, you know, I do remember having that, you know, having that nostalgia. That's the one thing about
yeah.
I think that's what
is costing me $500.
It is.
Think about this. The nostalgia of having a console. This is gonna. Let's say the Scorpio is gonna cost $600, right? Think about this.
Right.
The Scorpio is gonna cost us the same at a minimum $600, right? Mm-hmm. So I can get those same level of graphics by plugging my controller in my TV and playing the same games, and I ain't gotta buy a console. Fuck nostalgia. Who the fuck know how to use Netflix? Who the fuck know how to use Hulu? And here's the thing, it'd be overly simplified as the same thing. I'm not saying that I want gaming to go in this direction, but you'd be a fool to think that, you know what I mean, like, you know, shit's progressing. Like, I'm just saying, even with me, we're all, I mean, you know what happened with Microsoft, bro? And it's not at the launch of the Xbox One. And I tell my wife the same thing. She suffers from this. She say, baby, you know, take out the garbage, shit stinks in here, it's making us sick. Motherfucker, take out the garbage, this shit stink like a motherfucker. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. In Microsoft messaging, it's not what they said, you know what I mean? Who the fuck buys a next generation consoles not online? You know what I mean? It's not what you say, it's how you say it, your messaging. Now,
they got to ease into it, though. They got to ease into it because they made the mistake from 2013.
If they would have gave us, what I'm saying about the messaging, again, like, Microsoft did a horrible job at revealing the console because look at the launch, and I'm just comparing it to Sony, and I'm an Xbox dude through and through, and I've told a few Microsoft execs the same goddamn thing, but they misread the market. Like even now, I think sometimes Microsoft marketing shit just fucking I don't know where they're going, but hear me out. I say this. At the unveil, you had Sony unveil. Sony came out. Even though we didn't see the console, we saw the game. So you got to realize, us hardcore gamers, we've been here for 8 or 9 years. Since me, myself, I've been here since 2005. So I couldn't wait to get some next generation graphics. Like, oh, shit. And I believe, again, that was one of the major reasons why the Wii U fell. Because just me personally, when I got the console and I got it at home, and what you have is specs on papers and then real-world performance. I'm not saying the Wii U was not more powerful than the PS3 and the 360, but the games look like the same shit I've been doing for the last 89 years. So Sony came out, showed about 3-4 games. Oh my God, these graphics are amazing. Cool. And then when Microsoft did their unveiling, it was the hardcore gamer, again, that took off work and, was glued to the TV or the internet to see this unveiling, and it was TV. and when Microsoft did, and I told them this again, like, I need to be a fucking exec at Microsoft, but what they did was they panicked. They said, you know what? The consumer don't want anything but TV. No one just fucking plays games on their fucking console. We all Netflixing and watching a movie. That wasn't the issue. It's just that you guys had our presentation. We wanted to see the console and the games. I understand E3, but we get there. But you know what? Sony didn't do that. We saw the games. If they would have split that shit up, half, with the games and half TV and, with the features. Listen, I think the Xbox One is my favorite console. I say that every time I get a new console. But I love the features. I love the multitasking and all that. That wasn't the issue. I was kind of excited for some of the exclusive networking programs that you were going to, the Rise show or the Halo series and all that shit probably have been dope or, dope shit. And Microsoft could have had their own Walking Dead series. Like, they hired TV execs and all, but they panicked and said, the game, they don't want this. We're getting cool. And it wasn't, again, that they were going to do the TV shit. Is that when we showed up, we wanted to see games, and they gave us, this. They gave us what was an LC. We want what was an LA. Now, again, back to what I was saying about the messaging, then you had the always online and, and the DRM. And, of course, we know what Sony did the last minute, camera out the box. And
dirty.
This is how we treat our games.
Wow,
but if you, again, it's not that I had a problem with DRM, but I still don't. If you think anything that you buy digitally, it's fucking DRM. I don't give a fuck
even if you buy 2K on Madden,
yes,
physical, it's still DRM.
Yeah,
I don't understand what
that case may be, but we panic. But I don't want an always online console. But they gave us always online games. You understand what I'm saying? So again, to Microsoft, because what I'm saying about their messaging, first it was all about the cloud, and the cloud was going to make the Xbox One 32 times more powerful because developers would have had they would have known that every console, every Xbox One sold, would have been connected to the internet.
Added to the power of the
console.
overall.
We didn't get the console that we were supposed to get. And this is not me damage controlling. This is just just common 101,
man.
You know what I mean? If you look at the unveil and you go back to, and some people maybe just got their console 2014, 2015. Like I've been here since 2013. If you look at Microsoft's E3 and look at what they showed us, I got so excited because I said, you know what? That's next generation. That lady was playing fucking Killer Instinct. So you know what? She paused Killer Instinct, set up a match in Battlefield, and when her friends joined Battlefield, she got a notification. She went from Killer Instinct to Battlefield, no lag, no load time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was what the always online in the cloud. That was the console that we were supposed to have, and that shit was. Oh shit! That shit blew my mind. But that got so lost in the sauce, with the DRM, and they changed. You know what I mean? And again, of course, Microsoft should have. They spend a lot of money with the connecting the technology.
Yo, see,
yes,
that's what
when it comes to the streaming that kind of started this whole conversation, man. Dude, I absolutely like what you said about the casuals, because if you think about it, a lot of quote unquote casual gamers are playing games on their phones and stuff like that. Yeah, they still download the games, but when it comes to a streaming service and you're marketing to the casuals, because casuals have a bigger consumer base than hardcore.
Yes, very much more. That's the money. That's bread and butter.
So you offer them games without having to load them up. I think it's a lot closer than people think. And when you talk about infrastructure, you have Microsoft working on that DeLorean type stuff and is willing to give that to the internet service providers once all that is finalized to get the speeds up in places like where crap lives and stuff like that. This kind of thing, this streaming is around the corner, and I'm not meaning like next week or anything like that, but I think it's a lot closer than people realize.
Oh yeah,
by 2020, I think that everything will pretty much go to
It's
streaming.
2017 now, damn. That's what
I'm saying by 2020.
Can I chime in?
Yeah.
Can I chime in?
Well,
All right.
you got to get in the fit in around here, man.
Let me speak a couple of things real quick.
You got
We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to what Zaire said about E3. We're gonna go far back.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, yes, they screwed up the botched the launch of the system. Now, one of the bad things about it is the fact that no, we did not get the console we was originally supposed to have.
Yes.
And one of the reasons one of the main features that was never explained properly about the online all the time in the cloud and all this kind of stuff is one of our biggest issues this generation is having enough space to install our software on.
Yes.
Now, the online all the time thing was only in play because all your games were never installed on the console.
Yes.
They were installed on the cloud. That way you would have to stream that, pretty much pull the games off the cloud anytime you wanted to play them. That's why you had to be online.
Yes.
The check-in thing they had was just to show that the disc was still in the drives, to show that you still own that game.
Well, not even the drive, the licensing fee. You put it in once,
it would register to the console basically.
Yeah. So
but,
you traded that game.
Let's say Zaire.
I'm sorry, just I want to add this. If you traded that game in, say at GameStop, it would have took the game digitally off of your account. So basically, that was like what motherfuckers don't steal. So if you traded the game, that you wouldn't still be playing the game. That's what that online check was. But yeah, you got to go.
All right. So basically, let's say Zaire has 20 games that I don't have. Let's say K-Mega got 5 or 10 games I don't have. Let's say I got 12 or 15 games they don't have, but we all going to meet up at one gentleman's house that night.
Mm-hmm.
All we have to do is put our profiles on that one console, and all of our games are available to us instantly.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been such a big feature, and we lost that because everybody was like, oh yeah, I don't want to be online all the time. Now I'm going to go back to that. I want y'all to keep that in your mind. I got to be online all the time. Okay, let's go to the next thing. So yes, Sony pulls the plug under us. Like K-Mega said, you have games like Madden, 2K, stuff like that. If you don't have online, LUT don't work. You can't get your VP. You can't get none of your VC or whatever. You got a lot of things that go wrong when you don't have a game online. So people always have to be online to play their favorite games, which are the top selling games on the market that are always online, including Call of Duty and everything else. The multiplayers play more than the single player. But let's go back to E3 again. Like he said, they showed the wrong shit when they presented the Xbox One. They wanted to get old boring ass Yusuf and all of them out there to make
Yeah.
these damn videos about let's snap my TV. Let me do this in slow motion. They were talking to everybody like they were special ed students and couldn't understand technology. They had these boring ass fucking trailers and commercials they were showing. Nobody want to see that shit. If you telling me I got a new gaming console come out, show me new games. Show me why this next box is gonna be so bad at it's gonna make me hate my 360. That's something they never did from the get-go. Now, don't get me wrong. They made a lot of money off the apps, the stuff and like that from the 360. That was big because people was 360. They were using them apps to death. But you don't present that first when you're announcing a gaming console. And that's something they didn't do. So let's go back to again. Now we're gonna go back to this PlayStation garbage. Everybody keeps talking about the PS Now and shit like that. So PS Now wants to go to Sony. They own Samsung TVs, Sony TVs. They own now they want to go to PC. They only dipping into the PC market because you can pretty much emulate all their damn games anyway. PS1 and PS2, you can emulate them on PC. All they trying to do is jump in and dip in so they can get some extra change off there, but people can do it for free. Why would I pay you for something I can do for fucking free? So basically, now everybody want to talk about, oh, I still don't want to be online all the time. Remember I talked about that? How the hypocritical Sony and Xbox fans said we don't want to be online all the time. Guess what, motherfucker? If you want to play PS Now, you got to be online. How fucking hypocritical is that? You got to be online and stream that bullshit. So I mean, so basically, you had Microsoft take technology they wanted to use because you didn't want to be online all the time, but your bitch ass online all the time anyway. So let's go ahead and go to this other shit, okay? Like he said, a lot of people lost their fucking jobs because Microsoft canceled the Halo TV and all the other shit they had in mind. Them Halo movies they brought out and shit like that, them movies was fantastic. For them to turn that into a TV show, that would have been amazing and a high budget thing. You want to jump down Microsoft's throat because they got to fire a lot of people? And you said you wasn't going to watch it. What you supposed to do? Keep people on staff and you just said you're not going to support it? Okay, let's look at it like this. Sony throws hits at them. Oh, I don't want it. We don't care about that bullshit. They come out with PS Now. They come out with PlayStation TV. Everything Microsoft canceled, Sony came out with. And guess what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we live in a hypocritical world. Fuck the casual gamer bullshit. We live in a hypocritical world to where the media was already hyping up PlayStation left or right before Xbox even came out. They even had campaigns and fucking bullshit like that. Talking about, buy a PlayStation, save Sony. They bitch ass going broke. Okay, now you got about 45 million systems. They bitch ass still going broke.
You know, this is the thing. It cracks me up more than anything right now is that, you know, this whole stupid DC versus Marvel shit. I now see it as the PlayStation Xbox shit. Like it's just it's so ridiculous on how one group can say something, but then the majority of us got a PlayStation and an Xbox. But then yet we want to dog that shit. Now, we have actual reasons to, you know, as actual gamers to see if one has better features than the other, then if it's just like with a cell phone. If you got a if you got a fucking LG and then you compare it to a Android, you know, a Note 5 or some shit, you're going to say the Note 5 is better because it's got more features, more apps, all of that. But because it's the total reverse in the console spectrum, because you got motherfuckers saying the PlayStation is better and it has less features, it has less, you know what I'm saying, less exclusives.
Yeah, but it has more games.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what, bro? That's just the nature of humans. We naturally want to validate our purchase. You know,
I know that. But if you have both, you know this.
But console or
purchases and stuff like that. Like me, I'm not specifically a Sony gamer and stuff like that. But whereas like K Mega was talking about the phone, where it differs is that yes, the Xbox One does have a lot better features than a PlayStation 4, hands down. I don't really care about the PlayStation 4's power because it's not always that evident, especially when it comes to multiplats. But where it does differ from the Xbox One in terms of features, it does have a lot more games and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I mean, look at No Man's Sky. It's a game.
If you're going to talk quantity over quality, then I'll definitely agree with you. But I think the biggest thing that Sony has in its pocket right now, and you could say this is just kind of a reaction from being on Crossfire with Mooch and everything, it's definitely the media in their back pocket promoting them no matter what. I think
Right.
that's the
Okay.
biggest thing that's
Oh,
that's in their back pocket. That's their
Yeah.
biggest.
Oh no,
That's
no,
their
no.
biggest
Xbox,
feature.
hold up. Let me say this.
I reckon even though the media has been very favorable to Sony and stuff like that, I don't reckon they've exactly hated on Microsoft. I mean, they gave Microsoft the props every step of the way when they made those changes in their policies.
But here's the thing though. But listen, I will say this. I mean, and again, maybe you may differ, maybe you guys may differ. This hasn't been a quote unquote fair fight. You know, what I mean, that's and to me that was evident from E3 going forward, and that's what became the inception of Next Gen 720. Because my initial channel and stuff, when I used to do this YouTube stuff, like I said, I stumbled upon this community in 2012. I made this channel December 31st, 2012, on New Year's Eve, and they made the channel. So you want to say 2013 or 20? What does it make a difference? But anyway, my initial videos were making fun of Nintendo guys for playing the Wii. Like I didn't know there was actually grown men who actually played the Wii, not the Wii U, the Wii. You know what I mean? But but that's neither here nor there. But I would say I would say this, and it's being fair. I'm a gamer at the end of the day. You know, I've always owned every platform, owned everything. You know, because I've always been the type of guy. I guess been financially stable to buy whatever the fuck I want. But if Sony has something hot, I'm there that I will enjoy. 90% of Sony games that they come out with, like the Persona 5s, doesn't appeal to me. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking those that like them and like that variety of games. That shit doesn't, and I will give Sony that a feather in their hat because they do have that over Microsoft. They have a bigger variety of games. That's why I was so mad, and Xbox fans when we lost Fable. Like that's one of our fucking major games. I'm not into shooters I got burnt out on fucking first person shooters with the 360s. Like I was there, now I got the reflexes of an 85-year-old man. I'm just not with the first person shooters anymore. But we lost a major IP, you know what I mean? And people, again, like fuck damage controlling, with Microsoft, what was losing money? I don't care about their money. I don't care about Sony's money. I don't care about Nintendo's money. That doesn't benefit me. I'm upset that we lost a major game. You know what I mean? And I'm a Fable fan. I love fucking Fable. Like it was
Fable Legends. The Fable Legends beta was fantastic. I played
well, even some people said they loved it, some people hated it, but even what I'm saying, what I was so critical of Microsoft because they canceled this game, was because they couldn't. How they did the game is that you had to get to a certain point in developing to get more money to continue the game. You know what I mean?
Would they scrap that to do the Fable Hearthstone game?
No. Whatever. What I'm saying is this though. Is that why I was so mad, with Phil and whoever the hell. Not saying they owe me any explanations, but I was very vocal about this. And what I'm saying is that what people didn't see the big picture because you how should I say this? They didn't like the direction of the game, or more or less, or it wasn't up to their standards. But you set them on that fucking way. Now people, and I don't have a problem with Phil, I'm very respectful, but I don't mind kind of calling him out for something I don't agree with. Because people say, well, now Phil's in charge. You got to realize you act like Phil was a janitor back then. Phil had Aaron's job. So when they came up with that idea, it was Phil that took the idea to Donnie Matrix and got the check to get the goddamn game started. You understand what I'm saying? So don't act like Phil had nothing to do. They should just had them do Fable 4. We didn't ask for this open world, and then when they wanted to include this whole Windows 10 shit. You know what I mean? And then, I felt really bad for Lionhead because they had to stop developing the game to get the goddamn game to, basically to talk, the Windows 10 to talk to the Xbox One for the two to connect. You know what I mean? Which they didn't want to do with the PC because they said they would open up to cheating and all that other extra shit, that came along with that. So they, you talking to the company who never did a game like that, ever.
Well,
Online, massive multiplayer, and then you wanted to do this, and when they can't keep up with what you're asking for, you fucking can them and scrap. That's crazy.
It was the first type of console game that was actually jumping onto the PC spectrum. You know what I'm saying? That's what was so original about Legends. But I want to say this before Bot hops on. I don't think that Phil is going to let Fable die. I think Phil is just didn't want to. Lionhead is gone, but
let
they
Rare
were a
do
headache.
They still
That's exactly what I was going to say.
They still have Fable.
Okay.
And they're a British company. And if you look at,
Hey, listen, I would say, what my man say, what's the guy named Low Lux? You about to get this work. You about to get this work. Listen, listen. Because people like to sing the praise of Rare, and they talking about how Lionhead was losing money.
Mhm.
What the fuck has Rare done besides Connect Sports?
But we're gonna see what with Sea of Thieves, and if you look at Sea of Thieves, it looks like Fable. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I don't
That's
like-
the reaction of Sea of
I don't
Thieves
like
at
Rare's art
E3
style.
as well.
yeah, with
Like
the
the
art style.
reaction
I'm
has
just not a
been
big
crazy.
Rare fan. I don't care for their art style. I never have. Killer Instinct I love. That's always been. I think Rare did RC Pro-Am too. I'm not mistaken. But Killer
Yeah.
Instinct
Yeah.
I love. You know what I mean? Battletoads, of course, was a cult class. But you know what I mean? I hope we may see something about that at the Microsoft's fall thing they're having for the
Conquer.
Xbox One. Yeah,
You know what
Conquer. I've
else?
never been a big fan of
You know
Conquer.
what else hurt? You know what else hurt Fable? You remember when we got the beta, right? And we got on multiplayer matches. We played the shit out the game. Plus, they kept changing it too, so they made it to where they kept adding stuff to it, and they kept adding characters.
That whole
They
bad
would
guy.
unlock them.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shouldn't have been there. That whole you the bad guy. That's not Fable. You know, you get to control the enemy. No, take that. They try to make like some fake ass RTS, and you send
No,
it
they
back.
try to make like an
That's
evolve.
fucking Fable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it was cool. But my thing with them is what really crippled it was the fact that they had. Remember how they watermarked your fucking name all over it? Just like
Yeah, that was for the
couldn't
beta
make no
though.
YouTube.
That's where you wouldn't share any gameplay
Yeah.
with NDAs.
Couldn't make no video. They wouldn't advertise the game. So my thing is, as good as that game was, whether if it was a beta or not, or closed beta, or whatever, if you want somebody to notice your game, the
Let us
people that
show
you
it.
give access to should be out there, marketing it for you, putting a voice out there for you. This game exists because if people would have saw that, there would have been more of a drive for it, or more of a craving for it from the crowd, and maybe
Hey, bro,
somebody.
all they had to do, honestly, and I'm a Fable fan, because I'm a Fable fanboy. I hate to see blasphemy. I don't really care for Halo. I'm not a big Halo dude. I buy them every time they come out. I guess it's my patriotic duty as an Xbox fan. I'm not a big Halo. I'm not a big Halo guy. I don't like
Halo a
I don't
little
like
bit.
Forza Motorsport. I like Horizon. I don't like Motorsport. You know what I mean? Just to be honest,
like the sim
I love.
version.
To me, I think Gears is Microsoft now best franchise. But I love Forza Horizon. I'm more of a Project Gotham dude. That's how to take me back in my heritage. Like I'm saying, like I remember, bro. Just to take you back, man, my man. Like I remember, like I said, when the Xbox was truly great. Like we had a whole bunch of different Jade Empire, and even though it wasn't
Fucking
but you know what I mean.
NBA Inside
Right.
Drive.
No, even better. Bruce Lee, the Legend, the Quest, and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all still ain't said the Beast Atagi. That's the motherfucker.
I mean, Atagi, you know what I mean? A real live Panzer Dragon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, Buffy the
Shenmue.
Vampire Slayer. A fucking great game, you know? I'm sorry, Mechasol. They had some, Microsoft had some, they got some fucking great fucking Midtown Madness. Crimson Skies. They got a lot of fucking great.
What was that Kung Fu game that with all those?
Oh yeah, with Kung Fu Ninja, whatever the fuck it was called.
Kung Fu Chaos.
No,
Kung Fu Chaos.
That was
Yeah.
one of my favorites. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
man.
gosh, that was the game.
Hey,
Zaire, Tao
Fusion
Fang.
Frenzy.
Yeah, Teo Fang. Microsoft had their own fighting game, Teo Fang.
It
You know
was
what
the
I
same
mean?
the co-creator of
Critical
Mortal
limb
Kombat
damage.
game.
Remember that shit?
Well,
Critical limb
Yeah,
damage.
yo, used to break people's
Sadeki.
legs and shit.
Remember
Well,
Sadeki?
and KOTOR. I mean, who can forget KOTOR?
Well, here's the thing. Again,
Knights of the Old Republic is the greatest shit
that's
ever.
why I guess the Xbox brand is not as big as PlayStation brand worldwide, because even though we don't like those games here in the States and they don't sell well or whatever, but there are some people that buy. Like I'm not a big, even King of the Fighters and stuff. I don't like those. I like my fighters. I like Tekken, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat,
Tekken.
Killer.
Oh,
Killer,
goodness.
that's it. I don't really do
So
the Guilty
somebody say
Gears.
Tekken.
and I mean, but I'm just saying. But the reason why, again, I totally went on a tangent. I apologize. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But the reason why, we was talking about Sony having more exclusives and Xbox, they may not appeal to you, and they don't. You know what I mean? And they don't appeal to me either. I'm not interested in fucking Gundam style. That's not my
But
thing.
like these games, like even Persona and stuff like that. If you look at how they've sold throughout like their lifetime, you're looking at Persona 5 and stuff like that. You're looking at I don't know. We got the demo for this fighting game that was over on PlayStation. I just forget the name right now. Dude, they don't sell on PlayStation either.
No.
No, but
I think the
not
best-selling Persona was the fighting game of the Arena.
Yeah, Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah, that was a dope ass fighting game
But
too.
what I'm saying is this: is that even though they may not sell well, but that one game may have sold a console, may sold a hardware because you have people that are into that weird, shit. You know what I mean? And they're constantly having content on their platform. Where here's the, you know what I mean? Which, you know what I mean? When's the last time we had an exclusive for the Xbox One? What was the fuck? Was it Quantum Break?
Yeah, Quantum Break is the last one. Well, the fanboys will tell you that Quantum Break is on PC, so it's not really.
It was Xbox. You know what I mean? Where Sony has had Street Fighter 5. And you say what you want about the game. Ratchet and Clank, and after that they had Uncharted. Then they had their baseball.
But you gotta look at it like this though. Sony always bring out their exclusives in the first quarter of the year. They do not want to go up in the competition of Microsoft and the multiplats. Microsoft is more confident in their platform, in their exclusives to go against the third parties.
But that's it.
Sony's not.
I mean, here's because you got Halo. What does Microsoft have? They have Halo, Gears, and Forza. Those are huge. 3 bang boop bop. Those are huge games. You know what I mean? And
Killer Instinct now.
Well, yeah, but this digital. But Killer Instinct, of course, is building. I wish Microsoft would treat it more as a AAA asset than an indie because
I agree.
They don't treat it as. Phil said himself, he's not big into fighters. You know what I mean? And that game is is thriving.
Look at this. Mm-hmm. You know how Microsoft got all these games coming out between now and Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now PlayStation don't have anything but No Man's Sky and Last Guardian coming out, right? That's the only other game they got coming out between now and the holidays. They got to compete with Recore and everything else that's coming out on Microsoft and Gears and all that. They don't have anything to competition about. So we were just talking, like I was telling Silverstar earlier, they have this bias in the media, right? So anytime Sony has jack shit coming out and Microsoft is bringing out a lot of shit, what's the one game that people try to throw back into everybody's face about is being so great, just so
Uncharted?
they can overlap anything that Microsoft releases?
Uncharted?
You said Uncharted? Nope. Let me show you.
Bloodborne.
I'm finna screen share this. This shit's finna trip you out. And I want you
Is
to
it the weasel and the kid?
Last of Us.
See,
They got some huge ones. You got.
Look at this. Look at the date on this article. August 10th, 2016. That was just yesterday they wrote this article. This is one of the most rewarding games I've ever played.
Wait a minute, isn't Sony dropping VR this year?
The what?
Isn't Sony dropping
that VR shit?
Yeah, they're putting all their chips in the VR basket.
Yeah.
They got Gran Turismo.
These motherfuckers are hyping up Bloodborne on August 10th, 2016. This is the only one game on the system that's exclusive.
The game's only $20. $20.
Yeah, Sony is $14. Sony spent a fortune making this damn game, and they can't even stop it. They can't even sell the bullshit.
Well, I mean, it's sold over 2 million.
It's sold over 2 million. It's sold quite well.
But with 45 million system and 2 million copies.
I mean, the game is great.
Million people are going to be into the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but back to the initial comment is that multi-plat rule. You know what I mean? And it's fact. Whether it's
Madden,
2K, Grand Theft Auto, fucking Minecraft, Call of Duty, and fucking Battlefield.
I wonder if Battlefield 1 is going to be capable of HDR for the 1S. Yeah.
Is what you want to what?
I wonder if Battlefield 1 is going to have HDR, high dynamic range on their color for the Xbox.
I don't know. I don't know.
If that happens though, that's gonna make that game pop like incredibly. We have a developer on next podcast. Goes by the name The Don, and he is saying HDR will make games look absolutely incredible. Yo.
It does. Even with movies, it's HDR. Listen, if HDR wasn't a big deal, you have. And here's a question we can maybe flip the comment. I hope Sony does invest in HDR. Because Microsoft, with the Windows 10 and DirectX 12, that's something they've been investing in. If HDR wasn't a big deal, and I'm not just saying it's me being an Xbox dude or whatever, I wouldn't be buying this. I'm going out and buying another fucking television. That's like 4K on crack. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. It's like honestly, it's like I'm going from 1080p to 4K all over again. It's just that big of a deal. You see the gameplay from Gears 4. And they did an amazing job with that game, I must say. And everyone said, well, that's the PC version. No, the developer came out and said, that's the Xbox One version that they showed on IGN,
Oh yeah,
the
that newer
campaign.
gameplay, man.
Yeah,
Oh
so I
my.
can't imagine what it's going to
Looks
look like
really
on
good.
a PC or whatever.
But
But
see, I was saying Battlefield 1 because, like you said, and I agree with you, the multiplats, man, they sell a ton. So can you just imagine going between Xbox and PlayStation? You have the Battlefield 1 where a lot more people are adopting 4K and HDR TVs right now.
yeah,
It's starting to really pick up. Dude, you see Battlefield 1 with HDR on one box and then without it on the other. Which one are you going to go for?
well, here's the thing again. It has to be. I don't. Are they using DirectX 12 for Battlefield 1?
Um,
Because they're not using DirectX 12, and no chance of getting HDR.
Well,
The
if they
recourse
are
not
if they are using DirectX 12, it will be ported over because the PlayStation platform
I know they
it
use
can't deal with
OpenGPL,
DX12 as tools,
but,
man.
but I'm just saying, as far as like, there are some multiplats that use DX12, but Recore is not even going to have HDR. It's Forza Horizon,
The Forza Horizon and the Gears, right?
Gears, Scalebound,
Yeah, I'm just
Halo
wondering what
Wars
the
2.
first multiplat is, because like Next Gen said, multiplats they sell a ton. So I'm wondering what the first multiplat that's going to use that high dynamic range. Like I'm really wondering, and I saw like the clips from Battlefield, and like the mustard gas was so colorful, everything like that. Can you imagine that game
That was that
with?
for the
But
PC
that's
version?
PC. That's PC
Yeah.
version. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm
always
just saying,
was
I'm kind of just throwing it out there for people to kind of like look into. Can you imagine that game with the high dynamic range capability like on the 1S? That would be insane.
It would be dope.
We're not going to see HDR being adapted by, I guess, for a video game like the multiplats probably until next year, the year after next. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Most likely. You know what I mean?
I think
Like I said, I
you'll
hope the
see it.
Neo supports it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it should because Sony sold HDR televisions and stuff like that. So I hope because that's not something that I've seen in those documents. Maybe they were just talking about. I hope they do. I hope they invested with with the Open GPL or whatever, but they use to use HDR to support HDR. So that would be that's just be great because I'm a gamer at the end of the day. So you know what I mean. I'm not just saying that I want Microsoft to have the upper hand. I want all my goddamn games to look great in fucking HDR if I can have it that way. But you know what I mean, I will, like I said, told you guys before, you guys can add what you want. I will bite my I will eat crow. I didn't think the Xbox One S was gonna be that big of a deal. Shit, it won the NPD. Microsoft won NPD. We can talk about that. They won the NPD.
That's crazy.
It's
for July.
I think it's gonna be a clean slate until maybe the Neo is actually brought up.
Okay.
Announced.
Well, no, not announced because when it comes available, and I don't know when it
pre-order
comes,
or whatever.
Yeah, for pre-order, and I think that's when it'll drop down
Yeah.
because as much Gran Turismo will sell. That game will sell
worldwide
because that is still the grandfather of racing to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Forza has overtaken it, but Gran Turismo is the grandfather of racing.
It's a bigger brand globally.
Right, it's more global. Yeah, right. So that game will sell. Whatchamacallit will not push no units. I don't care how many people been saying stuff about The Last Guardian. It's going to be the same situation as No Man's Sky, except without the sales. It's going to be all this hype, and people are not going to buy it. And when they do buy it, they're going to see they don't like it, and they're going to send that shit off. So that's not going to sell.
I've never played any Last Guardians. I was into it. I guess for my PlayStation,
Shadow of Colossus, Inko is good, and Shadow of Colossus is
I never
dope.
played any of them, but I was not impressed by what I've seen. So maybe I get a review copy and I do it here, but I don't see that's not something I'm going. It doesn't look interesting. It doesn't look fun to me. Like Sony didn't. It doesn't look like a next generation game for that to be built. For that to be a PS4 exclusive. It doesn't pop. It doesn't look good. Like the God of War, the Horizon Zero Dawn. No, I mean, it doesn't look as good as those games.
Next Gen, let's just be honest, man. They shelved that game a long time ago, and then just because people kept saying it and they kept kind of dragging it out, man, they kind of pulled it off the shelf. They blew the dust off of it. They did a couple minor tweaks. It still looks like a PS3 game, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how far along. I think it was a money pit for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? They, sometimes games and creators can be too ambitious, and you know what I mean, and wanting to, so the game was critically acclaimed, and I'm not knocking those that like it, but what I've seen, what they showed at E3, didn't impress me
Fucking ferret.
whatsoever. Yeah, like
Me
them
neither,
dumbass
and I
consoles
like
with it.
the Eco
Yeah.
series. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
so I probably won't get it. But to add on what you're saying, here's a question. But anyway, like B Shadows, you there? You got his mic muted.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't. I'm here.
Okay, I'm
What's
sorry.
up?
But anyway, so to here's the thing, not anything. So Microsoft won NPDs for this is for July. Yes, for July,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, what did they do? Of course, there was some numbers released. That'd be fucked if Microsoft finally released some numbers. Like, motherfucker, like, you pieces of shit.
I hope
you know what I
they
mean?
wouldn't. I hope
Yeah.
they wouldn't.
But whatever the case may be, and they most likely going to win August also,
Mhm.
because of that's
July
where they had and they had a fire sale on the original Xbox, which just went down to 250, 200 some spots. So that and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Xbox One S is still the #1 console on Amazon, still selling well. And that was bought by non-gamers. You know, I mean, you got to realize. I said this about the PS3. People bought that thing, and which is
Blu-ray.
cool if for the cheapest, being the cheapest Blu-ray player, and all of those on those AV forums and stuff for high definition for TV stuff. All those guys on that forum bought the Xbox One S for cheapest Blu-ray player, and also too it upscales your games to 4K. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I don't think it's much quicker. It's overall a better console. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was going to do that well. But do you think that the Xbox One S can hold its own against the Neo when it comes out in October or whatever?
Yeah, I definitely,
I mean,
definitely
I
think so, man.
think they're gonna be very similar. I don't
Okay.
think there's gonna be. I don't think the PlayStation Neo is gonna be on the level of Scorpio.
Oh, I mean, it's not. It's powerful.
It's gonna be pretty much the same thing as the Xbox S. I mean, that's
You think so?
Yeah, it
same
will.
shit.
But I'm pretty sure the developers will take advantage of any extra power they get to create some.
That's a
cool
lot.
games, so.
AB
Yeah,
Shadow,
it's
we're
like-
talking about
it's like a-
4.1 teraflops in the
11
closed environment. It's a lot of juice there under the hood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a lot to work
Oh, you
with.
hey, all day you breaking up. Hop out and hop back
You
in.
botting, man. That's me
botting.
saying it too.
You hop out and hop back in. All day your mic
Yo,
breaking up.
Z, I do want to let you know because, like I said, on next podcast we have a developer. We have like an up and coming developer on it and stuff like that.
What game? Or what?
He's got to keep it secret right now.
Okay,
Hopefully,
whatever.
at some
When's
point in
your
time.
show? When's your show?
What happened?
When's your show?
It's Saturday, 6 p.m. man.
Oh, wait, we got enough room. Invite me. I'll let it come on.
Oh, dude, you could come on this Saturday, no doubt.
Okay, count me there. I'm there. But B Shadows, you were saying you
Come
don't
on
think.
in.
So you don't think that it's going to be that big of a deal over the Xbox One S?
No, I think they're gonna do a good job at upscaling and increasing the power of the PlayStation by a little percentage. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think everybody really knows how powerful the Xbox S really is.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you gotta think about it. They have to make some
How
major
powerful it was
components.
today. The article came out about how much more powerful it was today. With this 11% more powerful than the regular Xbox One. That's not that much more powerful.
Yeah, I'm
No,
just.
but
We
if
talk
you
about.
look at the specs between the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Neo, it ain't that much difference in that either.
Well, here's
That
the
is
thing.
true.
But you're going from 18 CUs. You're going from 18 CUs. Okay, let's be honest here. You're going from 18 CUs to 36 CUs. So if the rumored specs are correct, and most likely Sony's going to try to probably overclock the CPU a little bit more and the GPU to make it a little faster. So it may go from 4.1 to 4.3 or 4.4 teraflops, whatever the case may be. That is a lot of, besides, I'll tell you guys all the time or whatever, resolution is just not determining graphics. It's the textures, the shaders, and stuff like that. That's the most important thing. And we're talking about 4 point whatever in a closed environment. And, according to speculative games, will have a higher graphic fidelity. That's even if you have a 4K television or not. That's like playing your Xbox One on a 720p television and playing your 360 on 720p television. Your Xbox One games are going to look better graphically. I mean, much better. So, but what I'm saying about now, I'm not talking about hold his own as far as specs or whatever. I'm talking about as far as sales. You think the Xbox One S?
I definitely, Z, I definitely think so. And the thing is, and I hate to be like preaching from this pedestal. I think it's that HDR. If Neo does not have that high dynamic range, like the games are gonna completely pop with HDR. You're gonna see some incredible things with that, even without that juice that the Neo supposedly has. And I think it's gonna be very comparable. I think with the Neo, with the power, you're gonna see like the texture resolution, the actual texture assets are gonna look better on the Neo. But when you add in that HDR effect to it, like that, I have a feeling that's what's gonna make it
two games that are showcasing that. And
yeah.
That's
Okay.
I'm reading right now on Trusted Reviews. Trusted Reviews said, "Be warned, the new PS4 will only be able to play video, not games in 4K."
Yeah, it's gonna be upscale.
It said the Neo will really need to be 4 times more powerful as the original to play 4K, which is not.
Oh, school, which is cool. I mean, it have a 4K upscaler like the Xbox One, which is cool.
Yeah, but they said no. It will play games. I mean, play video, not games. It specifically says that.
I'm sorry. Say it again. It would do what?
Hold up, I'll just show you.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
say it again. Yo, you saying it won't have a 4K upscaler?
Right here, it says, "But be warned, the new PS4 will only be able to play video, not games, in 4K."
In native 4K. Okay.
In 4K, period.
I think you mean native, man.
Even if upscale, they said it would have to be 4 times more powerful than the PS4 just to run the games in 4K. That's why I said it might be similar to what the S is going to be.
Yeah, but
I'm getting the Neo regardless. I'm getting out. I'm waiting for them to make their announcement so I can buy one.
All you got to do is look at the comparison of God of War, because I don't care what anybody say. That shit was Neo graphics.
It was.
Look at God of War, and then look at Gears, and see how the colors and all it looks more vibrant, more alive. And as great as God of War looked, it still it didn't look as good as Gears did.
Hey man, you got really God of War. I'm a God of War fan.
Yeah, I would say man, you can't talk God of War with Z like that, man.
It's like 2 years ago.
I think God of War. I think they said Spider-Man was running on regular PS4.
But listen, so Sony said the Neo wasn't there. Period. They lied. They said the Neo was
lying like a motherfucker. They lied.
I know that game looked amazing. Come on, man.
Yeah,
listen, You
on.
look at the VR games that they showed us in 2015. They looked like PS2 and PS3 games. Now you look at the VR games that they showed us at E3. Those looked like actual PlayStation 4 games. You know what I mean? It's evident whether Sony choose to admit it or not. Like, look at all those enemies that was on the screen, and was there No Days Left or No Days?
Yeah. Look at Detroit. Like, come on, man. We're looking at games that's like with heavy rain and all that, and none of those games look like that. Come on, man. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. But it's again, just going forward instead of, I just wish Sony has just been upfront and been honest. But even though those games are a way off and they looked great graphically, even though those games that they showed besides Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't come out probably it's about 2018, 2019, which is cool. So they're gonna look much better as time goes on. Mm-hmm. But instead of Sony and Microsoft, even with the Scorpio when that gets closer or whatever, instead of them showing you their games running on a computer, they're just going to show you the Scorpio, and they're going to show you you're always going to see the Neo mode or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? Going forward.
One dude in the comment section just named God of War Rise of War.
Yeah. Rise is one of the best looking games this generation, man. I just got finished beating it like a week and a half ago. Like,
beating what?
Ridiculous.
It's beating what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
One game.
I didn't hear you. She just got finished beating what?
Rise. I just got finished beating
Rise. The story. You know what killed Rise? You know what? This is the guy's honest truth. You know what killed Rise? It was very repetitive. They didn't give you the chance to change your weapons. And they gave you some fire or different weapons. But the story was ill. Like the story, and
it was real good, yeah.
But it
was a launch title, though.
Yes, I'm saying it was much better. Not being a launch title.
We brag about all these exclusive games that have came out over this generation for the last 3 years. But you look at it like this: that last scene in Rise on the Road.
Oh my goodness.
Is fucking epic. There's no other game that has ended that great.
It's kind of funny how nobody talks about that in no media platform, gaming community, nothing. Nobody talks about Rise at all. Knowing it was probably pretty good, but just because it's Xbox and it's an exclusive, they don't give a fuck.
I say they still talk about Bloodborne. Yo, every once in a while they still come up with
that shit every time somebody get on the internet.
But Rise is dope, though.
Rise is a good game, though.
Rise is a better game. Well,
I'm
I mean,
not-
well,
I'm not a Bloodborne
it's not as deep or as longer. You know what I'm saying? Is whatever that
You said you said Rise is better than Bloodborne.
I think so. I think so.
You about to lose 75 subs for that comment.
Shit, man. I think all my subs are fucking Xbox people anyway. So
Here's the thing. Again, I'm not knocking what you like. I will say this: production. Well, no, I like the story of Rise. Just the gameplay was very repetitive. You know what I mean? And a lot of people enjoy Bloodborne for of the gameplay. Rise would have been much better overall if it wasn't a launch title. You understand what I'm saying? Let's think about it. And I wish, I don't know what they, I don't know who owns the IP. I don't know if Crytek, Microsoft and Crytek kind of fell out. I would love to see a Rise too. And that could have been Microsoft's God of War just going forward.
You do know the Bloodborne copied Nightmare Creatures, right?
Oh no, I didn't think of that.
What happened?
What?
Bloodborne copied Nightmare Creatures all the way down to the player model and the way he moves.
Wow.
I never played Nightmare Creature.
Yeah.
But
I'm
let me
glad
ask you a
said
question.
that, 'cause I'm gonna pull that up on the screen.
Share it. Let me.
Yo,
I'm gonna
B
ask
Shadows is a very visual person.
let me ask you guys a question. You know what I mean? What I guess? Oh, we forgot. Sony has another exclusive. It's a multi-plat, but it's a time exclusive. Ninja Blade or what do you call it? Hellblade or whatever.
Hellblade. Now that's gonna be a dope-ass game.
Yeah, I want that also.
I'm buying that day one.
Yeah,
that's gonna be like
Heavenly
Heavily Sword.
Heavenly Sword was my shit.
Yeah,
that was a female God of War.
What's that?
Yeah.
That's Ninja Theory, right? They're doing that game?
Yeah. I haven't
They did an
seen any
incredible
gameplay
job
from
with
the game.
DMC. The reboot to DMC, unfortunately, they couldn't keep their mouth shut. We're talking about the old Devil May Cry, and that killed it. But they did an incredible job with the reboot to DMC, man.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they fucked up the way Dante looked though. Fuck that shit.
Well, they gave me the more younger and hipper, I guess. But I'm looking. Well, I'm saying I don't know if that game it was slated to come out this year around the holiday times. We haven't seen any actual gameplay of the game.
Man.
So I don't know if that's still going to happen. I will hope so, because if so, I'm going to buy that. And I hope it does come on, but have a Neo mode. I'll be fucking ecstatic. Like, oh, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I'm really looking forward to that game, just from like the CGI cutscene, and I like that developers work. You know what I mean? Most man should flip the script. What are you guys most looking forward to this holiday season? From you guys?
Damn.
From left to right, or let's start with you, MVP magazines. What are you looking for this holiday season?
I'm looking forward to my Xbox One S, man.
Oh, you don't have one yet? I'm talking about as far as game-wise, video game-wise.
Oh, game-wise, I'm not even really sure. The fact that Scalebound got pushed back to next year kind of upset me.
I'm not Scalebound, yes.
And now that I'm not looking at VR anymore, do you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit dry, so I might have to just chill with. Actually, no, Recoil's actually looking kind of good. So actually,
Recoil comes out in September.
Yeah, I might have to fuck with Recoil.
What about Gears 4? You're not no Gears?
Oh shit, Gears. Yeah, oh shit, yeah, well definitely, without a doubt. I might have to get a draw for that limited edition console as well.
Okay, all right. What about you, Kate? Mate? Sorry, B-Shot.
Hold up before you do that, man. Look at my screen now. That's Nightmare Creatures.
Wait, let's share it for the audience. You can see it. Wait, put it up to the audience.
Yeah, because I don't see it.
Share.
Yeah, that's the old PlayStation 1 game.
Share it. Can you share it?
With the
monk. You should be able to see it.
Oh, wait. You got to go to the left and click the thing for the audience to see it. Screen share.
It said it's sharing it. I can see it on the live podcast.
There it goes.
Okay, somebody's shit just popped up and went away. Only when you talking, though. Turn the volume up or something. I don't know. I can't see it. I just see a black screen. Oh, I gotta click your name to see it. Okay.
Yeah. Every time he talks, it pops up.
Yeah. No, you gotta click his name.
Oh, click on my name.
Everybody click on his name.
Click on his name, it'll stay.
All right.
Yeah, so then now I guess the podcast can see it now, I guess. Yeah.
Nightmare Creatures is old school as shit, man.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know, I saw it played on the podcast when I was on the live stream.
Yeah, we want it back to the beginning. Let me see it again, bro. You play it again?
All right, hold on. Let me start it back over.
And share your screen again if you can.
Damn, this would be crazy. It'd be something that nobody like talked about. You know, if this is really.
Yeah, Zaire, click on my name whenever it pops up.
Because Bloodborne's actually based on a book by some guy called H.P. Lovecraft. All you have to do is Google it.
Yeah, because
No,
he
which
did
game? Which
a
game is based on a book? Was it Nightmare Creatures? You said?
Bloodborne is actually, all you have to do is Google Bloodborne and H.P. Lovecraft, and then
I'm
there's
definitely gonna do that. Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
okay.
This whole game, like when you see it, all you're gonna see is Bloodborne. And before I actually share it again,
Yep,
hold on, let me see what I'm gonna tell you exactly what year it was made. On top of that, let me tell you how much what day it was born. I mean, what day it was born, what day it was created. This was made in May 23rd, 2000, 16 years ago.
All
We
right.
talk all that shit about Bloodborne. So I want y'all to see. I'm gonna show it again. Hold up. Run the damn game
yeah, but
already.
Bloodborne wasn't based on that. It was based on some book by some
I
demon.
know, but the mechanics, the character model, and everything else looks exactly like this game 16 years ago.
You got me chomping
That's
right
what
now,
makes it
man. I
sad.
want to see.
I'm about to share it in a second.
No, you don't want to read that book. That book's by a devil worshipper. Fuck that.
He said devil worshiping. Damn.
What the
It's
hell?
true.
I just click. Okay, click. There you go. Shit.
There it is.
That's old school. Look at those graphics. Jesus, you know what's crazy? Back then, we just saw that. We was cooking with fucking grease.
You
But
ain't lying.
that-
Shit, that
It
yeah.
was fire. That game was fire. I remember everybody had that.
You know what? You know what? You know what? To me, game was hot and it didn't get a lot of love. What's my man name for Mortal Kombat? His game, his solo game.
Armageddon.
No, my man.
Sub-Zero?
Oh, Shaolin Monks.
Sub-Zero. Yeah.
That shit was terrible.
Yeah, that game was
my
terrible,
shit.
man.
That was my shit.
Mythologies.
Yeah, that was.
Mythology.
Player models and everything.
Yo, I could definitely see that, man. Throw a hat on that dude and you good.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
Look at the weapons, the guns. Look at their levels.
This is the same creator, same. But you know what? What do you call it? Dark. What's the name of the goddamn game you're talking about? Bloodborne is nothing but Demon Souls, whatever.
It's Dark Souls.
Yeah, Dark Souls.
I'm not a fan of the Dark Souls series. Period. It's not mine.
That shit is hard, man.
Bloodborne's really good, man. It feels like, if you're playing games from back in the day in the early '90s when games.
I just can't get with that 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, take a swing, and I just not.
Well, you don't want to get hit, nigga.
What's not what I'm just saying. I listen. Here's the thing. I am now convinced that I'm more casual now. I'm not as hardcore as I used to be. I can't do 4 hours straight. You can maybe get an hour out of me, hour and a half, unless something new that just comes out. I like to have fun with games. I don't like shit to be brutally hard.
Yeah, the way you just sound, it sound like you should be a Nintendo weirdo. And a
listen. I mean, shit, Mario Party can be hard at the while, but I like to have fun. You know what I mean? I'm at that stage in my life, man. Well,
That's why Z, you still owe me a rematch in Killer Instinct, by the way, man.
I bet that answer, son.
Yo, what? No, man.
I'm good at fighters, though. You know what I mean? I'm not a master of any. Like, when I fight, I can play.
You're good at KI, man. You can say that.
I need to see what them skills is like then, because
you gonna know my man here. I won't say I'm okay. Like MVP magazine, I think him and his old lady whooped my ass.
Yeah, my God.
He dusted my ass off.
We did a 3-hour stream one night on Twitch on my Twitch channel one night.
Oh yeah, it was me, Mr. 100, Rain, yeah. And then
all night.
I was kicking everybody's ass until Lawrence G came in there and then took it over.
Oh man, beating Lawrence is like pulling teeth, man. You ain't doing that shit.
Well, Mega, I did get a perfect on you in DOA on our live
stream.
Yeah,
you got me. You better be glad that we didn't live stream the second day.
I knew you were gonna bring that up, man.
I don't know what the hell happened to my DOA, but DOA 5, I love the DOA series. You know what? Speaking of DOA, I got a story to tell. The creator, the original creator, I forgot his name. He's worked at Tecmo. I always butcher his name. Yeah, the Rockstar. Yeah, him. Who made Ninja Gaiden? You see Ninja Gaiden? That last Ninja Gaiden was dog shit. He was the brainchild. Or somebody made them and he was the brainchild.
You gotta unclick my name, bro.
Sorry.
You still got me highlighting.
Get a little face time.
I'm sorry.
Nappy ass fro.
Yeah, but anyway, he sent me I guess I always see you guys again. That you'd be surprised who watches your videos. He sent me a friend's request on Facebook, and I don't look at developers as being celebrities or rock star. I'm not one to idol worship. That's not me. But I kind of fanned out a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, because I love these games. Like, you know what I mean? I wish Microsoft, they probably because it was probably too high of a liability to hire a guy like that. You know what I mean? But to me, like that Devil's Third was dog shit. That was horrible. But
That shit was horrible.
yeah. But Ninja Gaiden with that, and DOA when back, remember that when they put DOA 3. When they had for the 360, it was damn near a launch title when they came out. It came like a month ago.
And that was beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
Even the DOA Ultimate for the OG Xbox, like, you know what I mean? It was online.
Even the one for Dreamcast too.
Yeah, that was my shit there, man. You know what I mean?
DOA 2 for Dreamcast is what got me into the franchise.
Yeah, exactly. That's what got me into
people,
it.
But Part 3 on the Xbox, where you kick people off the roof and then they
come down, jump back behind them. Like,
but nigga, if you playing on the Dreamcast or any fighting game, when you're done, your fingers is broken, bro.
That was a fucking ass controller.
Man, my fingers was forged for battle, man. That's all I do is play.
Shit was forged for battle.
Shit, man. You got carpal tunnel, man.
Nah, man.
You know, on Dead or Alive Core Fighters, can you get achievements and shit like that?
In what?
On the Xbox One version of Dead or Alive.
Core Fighters, yeah.
Got one question for all of y'all. Crap made a video. I want to make a video about it not too long ago, but you already beat me to it. Achievements versus trophies, man. We all with.
I don't
I'm more
care
of
about
achievement.
either.
Achievements, fucking hell, they're fucking hard to get. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Trophies or achievements?
Like achievements, it feels like you have to work for them more and stuff like that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
did the same thing for the same multi-plat. I'm just more invested into the Microsoft's mute your mic all day. I'm just more invested into Microsoft's ecosystem. As far as I don't know what the fuck my trophy level is at on PlayStation, but but I don't know. I just like achievements. I like the number.
Yeah, me too. I prefer achievements.
Yeah,
It's just that they're harder to get and shit. I don't know. It feels like they're just harder to get. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you get a bronze trophy for anything and shit like that on PlayStation. I don't know.
It was the same. It's the same for you taking me back. This was for the NES back in the day, bro. It was the same for they're the same whatever for whatever multi-plat. They share the same game. Now I don't know, but I mean, as far as like their like to me, what do you call that shit? The Last of Us. It was hard as hell to get trophies in that game. I'm like, what the hell, playing this shit forever? Like, damn, Sony got a lot of goddamn flavor, man. They got The Last of Us. They can probably show that next year at E3. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell Sony got coming out for 2017 besides Horizon Zero Dawn. That's more or less what I'm not saying worried about, but thinking about.
They're gonna advertise season 2 of Street Fighter 5 like it's a new game. They'll probably sell it to us with everything fixed.
I don't know. That game it's so bad. You know what I mean? And it lost money from. I don't know. We get a Street Fighter 6. Maybe no time soon.
That might come to X1 as well. 2 places.
Yeah, you guys buy it if it comes to the Xbox One. Tell the truth.
No, I got DOA, man. I'm good.
I like Street Fighter's a good game. Graphically, it looks nice. I like it.
Control-wise, it's good too.
If Sony was smart, you know what I mean? Maybe they can cut a deal with Microsoft, make a little bread on their game because nobody buying it anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe Microsoft, if that's what they choose to, I don't know. They can give so the game can make its money because I would like to see a Street Fighter 6. You know what I mean? Like that game, they said they didn't sell one copy for the whole goddamn quarter. Like that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Are you guys really saying that you'd pass up on a Street Fighter 5 if they brought it out on Xbox with all the characters and stuff like that?
I wouldn't. I got it on the PC, so I mean.
Yeah, I would double dip.
I'll get it on the X1. I mean, because I could have better competition, or I should say, I would actually will play it more because I don't play it that often.
I'm not saying that down the line at some point in time, as the price drops and all that good stuff, like I wouldn't consider picking it up. But I'm not gonna sit there and wait in line for that title to come out if it's ever confirmed for the X1.
I'm more excited for King of the Fighters. I'm hoping King of the Fighters make it to the X1.
No, they'll definitely make it to the Xbox One. They ain't gonna sell for shit.
I'm more excited for that than I mean, I was excited for I was going to get that PlayStation 4 bundle. You heard me say this, but like I was going to go get that I was going to get the PS4 Street Fighter bundle. I was so excited. I'm so glad B Shadows told me to go ahead and get and just build get a PC rig popping off because I would still be making diss videos right now, just hating, just sending, just fuming.
That
motherfucking Street Fighter was so goddamn bad. Man, it launched.
It was, you know what? I won't say it was. To me, it was just lacking content. They should have created.
And it wasn't working.
Done. We'll have more characters with characters and maybe even the story, because not everybody plays online. You know what I mean? Fighters, casuals, and that's what really hurt it. You know what I mean?
Yo, Z, you know what's funny? People talk about Street Fighter V and the lack of content, right? You take a title like that, and definitely, people talk about that. But then you take a title like Blizzard's title Overwatch, which came out with a lack of content, nobody really kind of says anything about that. Really, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't play Blizzard. Overwatch.
Because
I heard people love it.
Multiplayer. It's fun. It's fun as shit. It's just that it shouldn't have been priced for $60. It should have been a $40 game.
No doubt, man.
I heard people love it. I'm just
my wife picked it up, yo.
I'm just burnt out on shooters, man.
Shadows, you're killing me, man. You're showing my gameplay from what I'm gonna be showing on the on the next podcast. You're killing Shadow. God damn.
But what's going on 9 o'clock? We've been here for about an hour and a half. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking out with Xbox Beats Fire. I'm gonna leave the link to everyone's channel down below. Please subscribe to these guys. We all know who B Shadows is. He has a new channel. He has to close his other one down for some other shit that's happened behind the scenes or whatever. I don't know if he told everybody what the hell happened, but I'm gonna leave the link to B Shadows. But leave the link to his channel down below so you guys can go subscribe to him. MVP Magazines, K Mega 405, Xbox, and all day. Do you have a channel?
No, yeah, I'm in the process of building a brand right now.
Yeah, but right now, all day is living in a shelter for men, a battered shelter for men. As soon as all day get out the shelter, he'll have his channel up and running. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for rocking out with us on the Multiplayer Podcast. And it's been real, man. We out of here.
Peace.